I never dated here because I saw vicariously through my roommate how terrible it was. Somehow getting drinks was the replacement of having coffee.
There's a picture of Erika Kirk with a ponytail and from her past. That person matches who I saw at Fort Huachuca in the lobby the night before. And she was with that man in the lobby. And that man, he was present at
Charlie Kirk didn't need online trolls to tell him something was off with Erika. He had already been sitting with that suspicion himself, and now a leaked tape has forced it into the open. According to audio that recently surfaced, Erika may have been actively seeing her ex behind Charlie's back, with alleged conversations lining up a little too perfectly with timelines Charlie's parents had already been questioning for months. And here's where everything shifts. Instead of trying to keep it private, Charlie's parents stepped in and pushed for the one thing that changed the entire situation, a DNA test. Because according to people close to the family, Charlie had already been asking the same questions long before any of this went public. Now everyone is asking what Charlie was afraid to ask out loud first. If Erika was lying about an affair, what else wasn't adding up?
Picture of Erika Kirk, and I'm assuming her baby, but listen, look at her hands. I'm going to show you a picture of these scars. There's a scar right there. Zoom in on it if you need to.
Now, before getting into why this leaked when it did, and why Charlie's parents are suddenly refusing to stay quiet, we have to look at where the foundation really began to crack. Because Erika didn't just lie once. She built an entire image around a version of her past that Charlie never fully seemed to believe. For years, she pushed the same narrative to anyone who would listen. Pure, godly, disciplined, a woman who supposedly didn't date, didn't party, didn't mess around. Someone who simply met the love of her life, married him, stayed home, and devoted herself entirely to family. She doubled down on that image again during her CBS town hall interview, flat out saying she never dated anyone in the years leading up to meeting Charlie. And the way she said it mattered, because it clearly positioned her as different from other women, set apart, above it all, which is exactly why people are now questioning whether that image was
I
ever
saw
real to begin
vicariously
with.
through my roommate how terrible it was. Somehow getting drinks was the replacement of having coffee and breakfast. I personally would rather have coffee or brunch with someone than going, I don't drink. I find it unproductive, not because I'm holier than whatever. I just don't operate that way. But I always thought it was very strange how she would go to drinks with one guy and then go to dinner with another.
But Charlie never fully believed it. He noticed the gaps in Erika's story, the vague timelines, the way details shifted depending on who was asking. He just never had the proof to confront it head-on. That changed when Erika's ex allegedly leaked explicit photos placing her in New York, openly living a single life that directly contradicted everything she later claimed. As many people know, Erika appeared on Season 3 of Bravo's Summer House, which was filmed in August 2018 in NYC bars and the Hamptons, and the footage shows her drinking, socializing, and living far outside the carefully crafted persona she later insisted was her truth. That immediately raised the question, if it was all harmless, why lie so aggressively about it? Once that thread was pulled, the inconsistencies stacked up fast, and suddenly Charlie's quiet suspicions didn't look paranoid anymore. And this is where a pattern starts to emerge, because Erika didn't just rewrite her past, she never really closed the door on it. Before Charlie ever entered the picture, she was publicly involved in multiple serious relationships, despite later insisting that chapter of her life never existed. One of those relationships was with professional baseball player Tyler JT Massey, whom she openly adored, calling him her favorite human, best friend, and incredible boyfriend in an Arizona Foothills magazine interview. For years, many believed they were engaged, and although no marriage records ever surfaced, engagement-style photos of the two later went viral, reopening questions she clearly didn't want revisited. Then came the footage that sent everything sideways. A 2015 Trump rally video showing Erika standing beside a man with a young girl between them, a girl many online say bore a striking resemblance to JT, raising even more uncomfortable questions. And in the same frame, Standing in the bleachers was Tyler Bohr, the same Tyler who would later introduce Erika to Charlie and who is now deeply embedded.
Was until I hosted the first Trump rally in Trump rally history right here in Arizona in 2015. I got a call. I got a call from Miss Erika Kirk, Miss Arizona 2012. I just want to help, she said. So naturally, I put her right behind the president at that first.
As many of you probably know, Tyler Bohr stepped into the COO role at TUSA in 2017, and not long after, he arranged what was framed as a professional job interview between Erika and Charlie, an interview that somehow turned into their first date. But here's the issue. Just before that introduction, Erika wasn't single, she wasn't searching, and she definitely wasn't living the quiet, disciplined life she later described. At the time, she was actively dating Kat Phillips, a senior editor at the Daily Wire who worked directly under Ben Shapiro, the same figure Charlie had publicly clashed with over Israeli sponsors he believed were targeting him. That alone raised eyebrows, but the timeline made things even messier when one of Kat's old tweets from September 2017 resurfaced, showing him and Erika on a painting date, confirming they were together during the exact period Erika later claimed she wasn't dating anyone. Even more uncomfortable, photos from that same time placed Kat and Charlie in overlapping social circles, including a basketball game, which caused Erika's claim that she randomly met Charlie a year later to unravel quickly. Once you accept that Erika was dating Kat while being introduced to Charlie through Tyler Bohr, it becomes clearer why Charlie never fully believed her story. Insiders say Charlie never confronted her outright, but he quietly pulled back, becoming more guarded, more deliberate, especially around decisions involving the kids. Not paranoid, just careful. He made sure his parents were consistently involved in the children's lives, creating stability and witnesses in a reality he no longer fully trusted. At the time, people noticed the shift but didn't understand it. Now it makes sense. Charlie appeared to be structuring his life as if he was preparing for something he never said out loud. And now that Charlie is gone, his parents have taken up that fight. According to those close to the family, they've allegedly demanded DNA tests because aft.